Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. I'm Kerry. Today I'll be showing you how to crochet a heart that you could hang or just have as a little type of pillow. I've been asked to make some hearts for a big project that's going on in my area with lots of hearts. Some will be knitted, some crocheted, some felt and some fabric, but all decorated. Now, these large ones are worked using 8-ply yarn and a 4.5mm hook. They're 16.5 centimetres wide by 16.5 centimetres, or 6.5 inches wide by 6.5 inches. We're doing all size hearts, so I've made a small heart in 4-ply crochet cotton and a 2.5mm hook. It's 10 centimetres wide by 10 centimetres or 4 inches wide by 4 inches. Now just use up your scraps. I have made some with different fabrics on each side and some with different trimming round the edge. I'll be using 8-ply yarn. Just use up your scraps. I've got scissors, a 4.5mm crochet hook, a darning needle to weave in the ends. I've got some appliques, but once I've done the heart I'll choose what appliques I'll use, and I'll probably make some flowers as well to go on it. And I've got some stuffing. I'll also need some thread and a needle to stitch the appliques on. Now we're going to start right at the bottom of the heart, and we start with the magic loop. There's lots of ways to make a magic loop, so make it how you feel most comfortable. I just put my hook on the yarn, bring the short end over the hook and then the long end over the short end to make a circle, yarn around the hook and bring my hook with the yarn at the end through the circle. Now for row 1 we start with 2 chain. That doesn't count as a stitch. We work 1 double crochet into the circle. That is a treble using UK terms. For a double crochet, put the yarn around the hook, hook in through the circle and bring up a loop. Yarn around the hook. Take the hook with the yarn at the end through 2 loops, yarn around the hook, hook with the yarn at the end through 2 loops. Then we work 1 single crochet into the circle. A single crochet is a double crochet using UK terms. For a single crochet, put the hook in through the circle and bring up a loop. There's 2 loops on the hook. Put the yarn around the hook and take the hook with the yarn at the end through both loops. Then work 1 double crochet into the circle. And then we pull the circle tight. So we take hold of the tail and just ease it in. Now we're just going to be working double crochet and single crochet. For row 2 we start with 2 chain and we're going to work 1 double crochet and 1 single crochet into the first stitch. So a double crochet and a single crochet in that first stitch, and then a double crochet into the next stitch and a single crochet and a double crochet into the last stitch. So a single crochet and then a double crochet into the last stitch. We've got 5 stitches now. We'll be increasing by 2 stitches each row. For row 3 we start with 2 chain and turn. We work 1 double crochet and 1 single crochet into the first stitch. And then work 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Now we're going to work 1 single crochet in the back loop only of the following stitch. Now this is the front loop here and this is the back loop. So we're just going to work into that loop. It gives it a bit of a lacy effect. So one single crochet into the back loop only of that stitch, and then one double crochet into the following stitch, and then one single crochet and one double crochet into the last stitch. For row 4, we start with 2 chain and turn. We work 1 double crochet and 1 single crochet into the first stitch. One double crochet into the next stitch, and a single crochet into the back loop only of the following stitch, then one double crochet in the next stitch through both loops, and a single crochet into the back loop only of the following stitch. One double crochet into the next stitch, and a single crochet and double crochet into the last stitch. And we've got 9 stitches now. So we're working a double crochet into the single crochet below and a single crochet in the back loop only of the double crochet below. So it just gives a bit of a lacy effect. For row 5, we start with 2 chain and turn. We work 1 double crochet and 1 single crochet into the first stitch. Then 1 double crochet into the next stitch, a single crochet in the back loop only of the following stitch, 1 double crochet into the next stitch, a single crochet in the back loop only of the following stitch, 1 double crochet into the next stitch, a single crochet in the back loop only of the following stitch, a double crochet into the next stitch, and then a single crochet and a double crochet into the last stitch. For row 6, we start with 2 chain and turn. We work 1 double crochet and 1 single crochet into the first stitch. Now we're going to work 1 double crochet into the next stitch and then a single crochet into the back loop only of the following stitch, and we'll do that 4 times. So 1 double crochet into the next stitch and a single crochet into the back loop only of the following stitch, and do that 3 more times. Then work 1 double crochet into the next stitch and a single crochet and a double crochet into the last stitch. We've got 13 stitches now. For row 7, we start with 2 chain and turn. We work 1 double crochet and 1 single crochet in the first stitch. Now we're going to work 1 double crochet into the next stitch and then 1 single crochet in the back loop only of the following stitch, and we'll do that 5 times. So 1 double crochet into the next stitch and 1 single crochet in the back loop only of the next stitch, and do that 4 more times. Then work 1 double crochet into the next stitch and 1 single crochet and 1 double crochet into the last stitch. For row 8 we start with 2 chain and turn. We work 1 double crochet and 1 single crochet into the first stitch. And then work 1 double crochet into the next stitch and 1 single crochet into the back loop only of the following stitch 6 times. 1 double crochet into the next stitch and 1 single crochet into the back loop only of the next stitch, and do that 5 more times. Then work 1 double crochet into the next stitch and 1 single crochet and 1 double crochet into the last stitch. And we've got 17 stitches now. For row 9 we start with 2 chain and turn. We work 1 double crochet and 1 single crochet into the first stitch. Then we work 1 double crochet into the next stitch and 1 single crochet into the back loop only of the following stitch 7 times. Then work 1 double crochet into the next stitch and 1 single crochet and 1 double crochet into the last stitch. We've got 19 stitches now. For row 10 we work 2 chain and turn. We work 1 double crochet and 1 single crochet into the first stitch. Then work 1 double crochet into the next stitch and 1 single crochet in the back loop only of the following stitch 8 times. Then work 1 double crochet into the next stitch and 1 single crochet and 1 double crochet into the last stitch. Now that's our last row of increasing. We're going to work 2 straight rows now. For row 11 we start with 1 chain and turn. We work 1 single crochet in the first stitch. I go through both loops for this stitch just to make it a bit more stable. 1 double crochet into the next stitch and then 1 single crochet in the back loop only of the following stitch, and just repeat like that. 1 double crochet into the next stitch and 1 single crochet into the back loop only of the following stitch across our row. And finish with 1 single crochet. I like to go through both loops for the last stitch. For row 12 we start with 2 chain and turn. We work 1 double crochet into the first stitch and 1 single crochet in the back loop only of the next stitch, and then just repeat that across our row. 1 double crochet in the next stitch and 1 single crochet through the back loop only of the following stitch. And we finish it with a double crochet in the last stitch. Now we're starting on the top part of the heart. For row 13 we start with 1 chain and turn. Now we're going to work a joined single crochet and double crochet over the first 2 stitches. So put your hook into the first stitch and bring up a loop, then yarn around the hook and hook into the next stitch and bring up a loop. Yarn around the hook and take the hook with the yarn at the end through 2 loops. There are 3 loops left on the hook. Yarn around the hook, hook with the yarn at the end through all the loops. Then we work 1 single crochet through the back loop only of the next stitch and then 1 double crochet into the following stitch. 1 single crochet in the back loop only of the next stitch and 1 double crochet in the following stitch, and 1 single crochet in the back loop only of the next stitch and 1 double crochet in the following stitch. Now we're going to work a joined single crochet and double crochet over the next 2 stitches. So put your hook in the next stitch. I like to put it through both loops and bring up a loop. Then yarn around the hook, hook into the following stitch and bring up a loop, yarn around the hook and take the hook with the yarn at the end through 2 loops. There are 3 loops on the hook, yarn around the hook, hook with the yarn at the end through all the loops. For row 14 we start with 2 chain and turn. We're going to work a join double crochet and single crochet over the first 2 stitches. So yarn around the hook, hook into the first stitch and bring up a loop, yarn around the hook and take the hook with the yarn at the end through 2 loops. Then hook into the next stitch and bring up a loop. We've got 3 loops on the hook, yarn around the hook and take the hook with the yarn at the end through all the loops. Then work 1 double crochet into the next stitch and 1 single crochet in the back loop only of the following stitch, 1 double crochet in the next stitch and 1 single crochet in the back loop only of the following stitch. Now we're going to work a join double crochet and single crochet over the last 2 stitches. So put the yarn around the hook, hook into the next stitch and bring up a loop, yarn around the hook and take the hook with the yarn at the end through 2 loops. Then put your hook into the last stitch and bring up a loop, yarn around the hook and take the hook with the yarn at the end through the 3 loops. And for the last row we start with 1 chain and turn. We work a join single crochet and double crochet over the first 2 stitches. So hook into the first stitch and bring up a loop, then yarn around the hook and hook into the next stitch and bring up a loop, yarn around the hook, take the hook with the yarn at the end through 2 loops, and then yarn around the hook, hook with the yarn at the end through the 3 loops. Then a single crochet in the back loop only of the next stitch and a double crochet into the following stitch. And then we're going to work a joined single crochet and double crochet over the last 2 stitches. So hook into the next stitch and bring up a loop, yarn around the hook, hook into the last stitch and bring up a loop, yarn around the hook, take the hook with the yarn at the end through 2 loops, yarn around the hook, hook with the yarn at the end through all the loops, and then we can fasten off that, and that's the first side done. Now for the next side we join in the next stitch along the row, so in here, and we start with 2 chain and we're going to work a join double crochet and single crochet over the next 2 stitches, so not the stitch we've joined in. So put the yarn around the hook, hook into the next stitch and bring up a loop, yarn around the hook and take the hook with the yarn at the end through 2 loops, then hook into the next stitch and bring up a loop, yarn around the hook and take the hook with the yarn at the end through the 3 loops. Now we work 1 double crochet into the next stitch and a single crochet in the back loop only of the following stitch. Then 1 double crochet into the next stitch and a single crochet in the back loop only of the following stitch. 1 double crochet into the next stitch and a single crochet in the back loop only of the following stitch. And then we work a join double crochet and single crochet over the last 2 stitches. For row 2 we start with 1 chain and turn, and we're going to work a joined single crochet and double crochet over the first 2 stitches. Then work 1 single crochet in the back loop only of the next stitch and a double crochet in the following stitch 2 times. So a single crochet in the back loop only of the next stitch and a double crochet in the following stitch, and do that one more time. And then work a joined single crochet and double crochet over the last 2 stitches. For row 3 we start with 2 chain and turn. We work a join double crochet and single crochet over the first 2 stitches. One double crochet into the next stitch and a single crochet into the following stitch, and then a join double crochet and single crochet over the last 2 stitches. And that's the heart done, unneatened. For the neatening row we're going to just work single crochets around it. So just start with 1 chain and we're going to work a single crochet in each stitch just down to the point. Now it can be easier to use a size or 2 finer hook for neatening rows. It's just a bit easier to get into the stitches. But just try not to pull your stitches too tight. We want our work to stay flat. So just continue down until you get to your point, working a single crochet in each stitch. I'll do that off camera. Now I'm just at the end of the heart. Into the next stitch I work 1 single crochet, 1 chain and 1 single crochet in that same stitch, and then I just work back up the other side of the heart with 1 single crochet in each stitch, and just work around, right around, and I'll be back when I get near the end of the row. When we get back to the last stitch, we slip stitch in the first stitch of the row. So we put our hook into the stitch, bring through a loop and take it straight through the loop on the hook, and then we fasten off. And that's the heart done. I'll make another heart the same off camera, and then I'll be back with some appliques and we'll add them, and then we'll join the 2 hearts together. Now there's the 2 hearts, and for this one I'm going to add a hedgehog and some small flowers. I only need to add appliques to one side for mine, but you could add them to both sides depending what it's going to be used for. So I'll stitch these on and I'll be back and we'll put the 2 parts together. Now there's the appliques attached to the heart. To join the 2 hearts together we put the wrong sides together with the one with the appliques at the front, and I'm going to join just in the first stitch after the center and just in the 2 outside loops. We're going to just work in these outside loops. and we start with 1 chain and work 1 single crochet in each stitch around, just through the 2 loops to join it together, those 2 outside loops. And just work like that down to the corner there. So I'll work to the corner off camera, just working 1 single crochet through the 2 pieces, just through 1 loop each, down to the point. Now into the point, work 1 single crochet, 1 chain and 1 single crochet, and then work 1 single crochet in each stitch through both sides, probably to just the top there, because we're going to put the filling in once we get to there and we need to leave a gap. So I'll work up to there and then I'll be back and we'll fill the heart. Now I've just worked up to the top. I've left enough space to add some filling. I just put small bits in at a time and push it down to the bottom. And then up into that corner there. And that's probably enough. And then I just finish working the 2 sections together. It's a bit harder to work once it's been filled. And then just slip stitch into the first stitch. Now you could leave it like that, just a plain edge if you'd like. But I'm going to add a little bit of a frilly edge. So I'm just going to work 2 chain and slip stitch into the next stitch, all the way around. It's a bit harder to hold it now that it's got the filling in it. So 2 chain and slip stitch into the next stitch. And you've just got a little bit of a ruffled edge around it. So I'll work the rest to about here, the last stitch off camera, and I'll be back. Now there's the heart so far. I'm not sure if I need to have hangers on my hearts, so I'm not going to finish it off, but to work a hanger, just work about 30 chain. It would of course depend on how tight you work your chain and what it's going to be hung on. And that's the hanger part. I won't finish it off, and it would just be stitched in behind like that. There's the finished heart. If you've liked my video, please like, subscribe and share. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest and Patreon. The details are in the description below, along with the details of my website where I have my patterns and the details of my Facebook group. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.